Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
It's great to see you again. Anything new from the past week?
Same. Bickering, just arguing a lot.
Okay. Is there any major themes in these arguments or?
Just the same that we've talked about, I think.
Yeah,
responsibilities.
responsibilities.
Yeah.
Tirade.
Okay. So we're going to continue to work on communication today, which seems like will help. And like we've done in the past, we're going to be sticking with the Imago therapy, and today's activity is actually called the Imago dialogue. So there's a couple of purposes to this activity. The first is simply to practice listening, but instead of the traditional listening, you're really going to be listening for accuracy. So you want to really make sure that you get out every word out of your partner's mouth, really understand what they're saying. The next purpose is to understand your partner's point of view. So this is where you're really coming to common ground. So maybe you'll put yourself in their shoes a little bit, kind of try to understand their logic, where they're coming from, and the meaning behind what they're saying. And then the third thing is that you'll actually be expressing empathy for your partner's feelings. So not only are you understanding where they're coming from logically, but you kind of understand the underlying feeling. So we'll be practicing that activity, and the way that we've done all of our activities is it's pretty prescriptive. We kind of have a script that we're going off of, and we'll be coaching you along. And so Deborah will kind of explain the specific directions, but more or less, it's kind of, I like to explain it as a Mad Lib. So you have this sentence that kind of starts, and you can just go from there and kind of fill in the gaps. And so we'll either start you off with a sentence or maybe end you with a question and kind of help you use that language. So the language that we're going to use is really specific, but you can incorporate it and make it your own and kind of choose different language, or but keep the meaning the same, of course, or just go off right verbatim what we're saying.
All right.
And then, like I said, it is kind of step by step. So if you were listening, just again, kind of pay attention and listen for accuracy. And if you're speaking, just wait your turn, and we'll kind of coach you for what to say exactly.
Okay, great.
All right. For this exercise, we're going to need to have a sender and a receiver. And the sender is going to be talking about a frustration. It can be a daily frustration, something that you have been trying to communicate with your partner, but you haven't been able to. So which one of you would like to be the sender?
Ladies first, Joy.
Well, you know, I talk about a lot of my frustrations, and you don't like to talk about any, so why don't you be the sender?
All right, before we get into any arguments, sure, I'll be the sender.
All right. So can you think about a frustration that you have that you'd like to talk with Joy?
That's an easy subject, yes.
Okay, so the first step is going to be for you to ask her to tell her that you want to do a dialogue, and ask her if she's available now. And she's going to respond to you. In case if she's not, she's going to tell you when she's going to be available. So you guys going to kind of make an appointment for a dialogue later.
All right, so we're in the therapist room right now. I think you'll have to say yes anyway, but Joy, would you like to start a dialogue with me right now?
Yes.
Bring it
Okay,
on.
then. Now you're going to tell her your frustration with an I statement.
And it has to be I.
Yes, you can start the phrase saying by I.
Okay. So Joy, I feel frustrated when you don't pick up tirade, when it's, I guess, when you don't have dance rehearsals. And because I'm an elementary school teacher, I feel like I work a lot, and the days you have off, you can pick them up.
All right, good job, Bex. Now, Joy, you're going to be mirroring his frustration,
Okay.
and you're going to start by saying, if I got it, and you can fill in the blank.
Okay. So you are frustrated with me because you work long hours, and the days that I have off, I'm not helping you by picking up Tyree. Did I get it right?
Yes, you've got it right, Joy.
And you're going to be asking him if there's anything else that he would like to add to that frustration.
So is there anything else that you would like to add to that frustration?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Should I just tell her?
Go ahead.
All right, so Joy, I feel frustrated also. The days you can pick up tirade, you forget because you have extra time and you start going to do your nails or something and so on.
Okay, Joy, now it's time for you to summarize. And you're gonna tell Dax that, let me see if I got it right. And you summarize all the frustrations that he has told you.
Okay, so let me see if I got this right. So you're frustrated with me because you work during the day, set hours, and you get really mad or angry with me if
Frustrated.
Joy, I'm going to stop you for a second. So you're going to focus just on content for now.
Okay.
So just what Dax said,
Okay.
and we'll get to the feelings in a minute.
Okay. So you get frustrated if it's maybe my day to pick up Tyree and you've been at work all day and I, according to you, forget to pick him up because I have been doing my nails. And that's what.
All right, now the next step is going to be for you to validate his message. It doesn't mean that you need to agree what he said,
Okay.
but it's important for him to understand that you got that message right.
Okay.
And you can start by saying, let me see. I'm sorry. You can start by saying, you make sense because.
Okay, could I have a little more? I'm a little
Yes,
confused, sorry.
Right. You can try to validate his feelings his frustration by
Yes.
saying, yes, it makes sense because I hear that I have more time than you and I could pick up our son, but, and then you can go on.
Okay, so, it makes sense to me that you get up very early in the morning, you work, all day, and some days I have more free time than you, and you are expressing that you're frustrated because I maybe don't volunteer to pick up Tyree, or you have to go when you get out of work, or maybe, like you were saying, I might get busy doing my own things, and that's what frustrates you. I can see that.
You've got it right, Joy.
That's good. Now, Joy, the last step is going to be for you to empathize with Dax's frustration. And you're going to be telling him that I can imagine that you might be feeling, and you can fill in the blank.
Okay. So I can imagine that you might be feeling mad or really angry with me, and really frustrated, like you said before, because I'm not helping pull the weight. So of picking up Tyree and helping you out. So I can imagine that makes you mad.
Right. Can you ask him if that's what he's feeling?
Is that what you're feeling?
Yeah, actually it is. I feel like it's the first time you actually heard me.
And also, can you ask him if there's any more feelings related to that?
So are there any other feelings that I didn't get?
I think that was it. You described it perfectly. I feel frustrated whenever, you do your own thing or, you have time but you don't pick Terry up. But yeah, that's it.
That's good. I think both of you worked very hard during this exercise and you guys did great. And now I'd like to ask how each one of you felt about doing this exercise. Let's start with Dax, who sent the message.
I said bring it on, and I'm really grateful we did. I mean, it's refreshing to have a conversation without you having to criticize me, or not having really to talk, but you do most talking.
All right. And what about you, Joy? How was for you to receive all that information, to validate and to empathize with him?
I think, like Dax was saying, I do a lot of the complaining and the talking, so it was nice to actually hear what he was feeling for once. But I am excited to be in the sender's position because I would like him to receive what I'm thinking.
Good. Now we're going to switch roles.